for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploring.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Holds and fires it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Garcia wants to throw. He's got another man. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Hands it off. He's in open space downfield. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Whitehead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Grab behind the line. It's Hunt. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They try to pop a run on the draw. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Garcia to pass. Takes the grab. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down to the slide. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got a step and just dusted the field. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now the play fake. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. What are you guys doing? No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off play action. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Yates. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. And it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Garcia wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Working the middle, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Got room to work. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Tempo in overdrive. And they spike it to stop the clock. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They go to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how
major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now a throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Finally brought down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
And it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good as he finished the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Leaves it with the back. And there was no just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to flashing up that arm. Got his man downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Here's a hit. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Garcia to pass. It's complete to the left. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The give on the inside. Sweet cut there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. With the catch, it's Carl Pateas.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Garcia wants to throw. Gets away. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Target over the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. This time it's complete. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Gives it on the option. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He wants it all. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down to the 26.
Great job by pass defense down here with their backs against the wall. They're doing a good job really constricting these windows for the quarterback to throw into and getting pressure on the QB, making them pay every time they drop the quarterback back to throw.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Money. They found a way to get him to run, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive.
not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Pulls it in. It's Carl Pateas. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up. Garcia to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the grab for the logo. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Power football with the run. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. It'll be a draw. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Garcia wants to throw. Underneath, he gets rid of it. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Boom! In the middle. Really nice job to get him past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Yates. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. picking up a few on the run. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll throw on third down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines to stand on the result of the play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. They go to the draw. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Garcia to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Yates. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Yates.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big credibility over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. He's got it. Showing off that big back from 47 yards out.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down over points. A field goal isn't going to do it. You want to win this game. You need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pocket moving down. Rush coming in high, and they've got him at the 29.
I'll tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am down as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time I'm on the ground to do this. Will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Garcia wants to throw. He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Direct snap. Got the first down and still on his feet. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up by 25 over Southern Miss. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Karapateas. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Garcia to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw. Tosses it incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Garcia wants to throw. Got the back over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Offense.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Snagged in the middle. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Off play action. Pressure coming. And as he throws, he's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Finding open areas. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams.